Hello and welcome to Gaming is Therapy. I'm Defied Reality and today I'm bringing you the channel's first ever video, which happens to be fantasy football, and in this occasion it is the EFL fantasy football, which looks great fun. Unfortunately, my co-founder, Random Geezer, couldn't join us today due to our schedules just not matching. At the end of the day, this is a hobby, family, work, etc. As you know, just sometimes takes precedent. But don't panic, in the coming weeks you'll hear enough of our dulcet tones, so do not panic. Let's get into it. So, EFL looks interesting. I do like a bit of the FPL fantasy football, and I do enjoy the long game where you have to do it weekly and you have to make changes and you have to think so far ahead. But I also do like the fact and the concept of what the FPL are doing, which is the FPL Challenge, which we will be doing a series on, and of course the EFL, which are doing exactly the same thing. Slightly different, obviously, but it's a weekly challenge. So if you miss a week, it doesn't matter. And at the same time, it doesn't take as much time. You don't have to invest so much time in your long-term game. You just have to invest in your game week by week, which sounds fantastic. And let's be honest, the challenge of assembling that formidable squad from the array of talented players across the Championship, League 1, League 2, it's just, wow, unique, and gotta say, it's exciting. It's going to be good fun. It's going to be good fun. You know, this process extends beyond merely selecting individual players. It also involves that strategic selection of teams, and not only that, but the contribution of the overall score to earn those additional points throughout the season. I think it's fantastic. So, DFL works totally different. For a start, it's 7 players, which that blows my mind. So, formationally, you're looking at one goalkeeper, defenders 2 to 3, midfielders 2 to 3, or 1 to 2 forwards. So you could have examples of formations which they recommend: 1-2-2, 1-2-3-1, 1-3-2-1. I quite like the idea of that, and I think Week 1 challenge on the FPL is 5-a-side, so that looks quite interesting as well. But we won't worry about FPL for now. Let's only worry about the EFL. So I quite like that concept. We have an array of players. Like, there is a lot of players, so it's going to be really interesting how you go. Do you go for the 2 up top, or do you go for the 3 in midfield? Because goal scoring midfielders are going to earn you more points, which we'll get onto further in the video. But it's definitely food for thought. The emphasis on team success underlines the importance of selecting a squad that not only excels individually, but it works cohesively to secure victories and points. So, you know, you earn points from the teams that you get to select, and you earn points from the players. So it's quite cool. I actually really like the look of this, to be fair. And I think it'll be a good fun season. And obviously we're going to be battling against each other, myself and Random Geezer. This is like a one-on-one duel for sure. It's just going to be banter. As anything we do, it's always banter. Laughs and jokes. We'll probably put £1 on it, just for the banter, as you do. You know, we're blokes, we're boys, we're best mates. It's just the way it is, and that's why doing this channel is also great fun, because you get to do it with your best mate. Anyway, digressing. So, captains, you must select a captain each week. They get you double points. Again, it's very similar to FPL. Your team will roll over to the next game automatically, which means you're always going to have to make the changes yourself, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? That's no big deal. Chips. Now, you'll have the opportunity to play your max captain twice in the course of the season. So between the 15th of July and the 31st of January, and then any time after that, which is cool. So I like the fact that there's not too many chips to worry and concern yourself about. There's no triple captains, there's no this, there's no that, there's no the other, which is quite nice. And the great thing as well, you get to update your team at the last minute, so you can really digress into those team sheets, and if a player's not playing, you can whip him out, stick another player in. You can make that snap decision. Probably not going to be the best, because you might make an illogical decision, but you know, that's part of the fun. That's part of the game. That's what we want to see. And the scoring system it's totally different to FPL, obviously, in some respects. So, like, up to 59 minutes played, you get +1. After that, you get +2. It's more in the FPL. Assist +3, a hat-trick +5, missed penalty -3, yellow card -1, so we don't want too many tough tackling midfielders. Red card -3, understandable. Every 3 saves +2, penalty save +3. I think it's +5 in the FPL. I probably made myself look a bit stupid there, and it's probably not, but I'm pretty sure a penalty saved in the FPL is +5. So the points difference is different, which is fine. Now, this is where we get onto the interesting one. So every 3 clearances, every 2 blocks, every 2 successful tackles, +1 point across the board. That's nice. That's nice. So you've got to be looking, for me personally, so this is where it becomes interesting, because obviously you want a solid defender, attacking defender, a solid midfielder, an attacking midfielder, and then obviously, your striker. It's an interesting way you can go too. It's going to be really interesting because you're going to want those defensive points, because of the amount of clearances. And let's be honest, you look at the Championship games and how frantic they are, and the same with League One, how frantic those games are, and how sometimes they're so action-packed and full of goals and opportunities. There's a lot of points to be won here. Like, there is a serious amount of points to be won. And with your midfielders, every interception +2 goals scored, excluding own goals. I mean, that'd be ironic if you scored an own goal and you get +6, but every goal scored +6, that's gravy. Right, so that's where I'm saying you want that defensive-minded centre mid who's not only going to get you those interceptions, but might, chance your arm get a goal. But that's where you get the attacking mid, and that's the boy who's going to slam one home. So you could go, arguably, in the 1-2-3-1. Was it the 1-2-3-1? Yeah, the 1-2-3-1. The 3 midfielders, you could go for someone who's like an absolute sitter, and then 2 absolute bang attackers. So the chance of them scoring is higher. Or you can go for 2 sitters. Probably not 2 sitters. One sitter and 2 attacking if you're going to go to 1-2-3-1. And then you've obviously got the key passes and shots on target. I mean, the points you could win there in the Championship alone, let alone the lower leagues, it's just phenomenal. And then, of course, clubs will score you points based on the following metrics. So a win is +5, a draw is +3, an away win is +2, a clean sheet is +2, and 2+ goals is +2. So again, there's a lot of points to be won there. The interesting fact with the teams, though, you can only select one team 5 times throughout the season. And that's where it gets really interesting, because let's be honest, everyone's looking at a Championship and you're going to reel off a load of team names. Right, so we're going West Brom, Leeds, Norwich, Middlesbrough. Do you know what I mean? Those sort of ilk of teams, they're going to be up there vying, because they're all going to want to be challenging for it, but you're only going to get to use them 5 times max in season. So you've got to be really aware of the upcoming fixtures, which, I'm not saying it's taking extra time, but, a quick look at the fixture list, if that's going to be an interesting fixture or a solid, hard fixture. So I do love the absolute concept. Overall, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. The format we're going to do this series is we're going to present our teams each week. Week 1 teams, unfortunately, is just going to be my team. I will get a screenshot of Random Geezer's team, and I'll show you Random Geezer's team. I'll talk a little bit about my team. Why I picked some of the players. Nothing too heavy, we'll just crack on. And then we do like a monthly update. So at the end of August, we'll show you what teams we selected each week and how we done across the course of the actual month. And that's the way we'll do it for that. So there's not too much content for you to worry about. Nice, quick, snappy videos and a bit of a laugh. And as I say, we're going to stick a quid in it. I'll have to talk to Randy, but it'd be interesting if we could do like a pound a week. End the season, tot it up who's got the most money. No one really cares. It's just a bit of banter. But it looks really exciting. And I honestly encourage you to get involved. It's fantasy football. It takes you 5 minutes. It's fun. I'll leave the code in the description below. I'll also put it up on the screen right now. If you want to join the Gaming is Therapy League, because at the end of the day, gaming is therapy. Trust me, gaming is therapy. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and subscribe. And we will catch you next time.